She's a wife, a pastor, and a mother to 2 girls and a boy. She's a CEO of our Legacy in Arts Modelling and Beauty Academy, who founded Mr Ms and Mrs BCMM pageants in the province of the Eastern Cape in Buffalo City, to be exact. She's also co-founded Miss King Williamstown, Sikhona Isisombululo Women's Gathering, amongst others. And I'm talking about an award-winning gospel artist who's also a content creator that has worked with more than 5 popular brands worldwide. She's also worked on a radio for 5 years as a radio presenter and currently working for the Eastern Cape Department of Public Works. But most importantly for me, she's on a mission, very important mission, to guide the young ones to a meaningful future. You are on Focus Media SA, and of course this is Let's Look at It Once Again. I'm JT Tebehadi. She fits right into the bill of easing into purpose, because just like you would know that I'm attracted to the kind of things that actually have to do with creating impact and making a life-changing impact in someone's life, and investing in those that are actually critical for the future. And when I'm talking about those that are critical for the future, I'm talking about particularly the youth. But having said that, let me not go any further to just welcome Mamo Unati Nzube. Welcome to the show, madam. Thank you so much for actually joining us. Just want you to greet the viewers at home.
Beautiful viewers, you are greeted.
She goes straight to the point. The first time, and we're going to start where I know, the best place that I know is where I actually came to know you, and actually ever since then I never took my eyes off of you, because one thing about you, you've always had this eye for into entle.
Please.
And into xa ungayazi, you go in and choir.
Please, kaloku.
You know, and this is one of the things that actually become very interesting. I remember when you came to me and at my house, we were going to do a recording of a DVD.
Beautiful one.
A beautiful recording of a DVD,
Yes.
of a beautiful song.
Yes.
A beautiful album. My favorite, and the one that actually made you like shoot and just get out of there. Iyasebenza.
Lendo kaThixo.
Hey! Yabona ke?
Yeah.
And that thing came from somewhere.
Oh yes.
You wanted to send a message. I can think that you were actually speaking to someone who has actually given up, to say like, this thing is Isisombululo na. What actually propelled you to actually, that song in particular?
In fact, I was talking to me.
You were talking to yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear this.
Current situation in Andikuyo at that time.
Yes.
And also being in the field of leadership.
Oh, yes. Oh, man.
So I was in a space where I needed, if uThixo waye in person, I could have a meeting with him, trying to figure out about sana into ezithile kutheni senze ngohlobo, because I understand. But then a song came to my heart, because at that time ndanisandogulelwa ngumntana wam, my second born, uChomi, by the way.
Oh, Betty,
yes, wa-admithwa, and then situation yakhe yayideteriorata badly, and at that time kwakukhona ibhakhe yayicirculata kakhulu, abantwana besweleka gqithi. And I remember when we were in hospital, right on the spot ugqirha attend umntana wethu, omnye wamarhamente ethu babefowuna eswelekelwe ngumntana.
Oh, my
with the
word.
same situation.
Jeez.
So you can imagine we status asikuso.
You're already in a panic state.
Yes.
And then there's now a bombardment. If this was an attack to get you to doubt into Gatiko, that she was pushing you to a corner and pressing you against that corner.
And then when you are in that space, could depend in Dobana, before you come to a very challenging situation, uzifita ngantoni.
Oh,
because that's
yes.
very important.
Yes.
What is it exactly that you feed your spirit ngayo? Yiyo likuncedisayo ikuassistayo when you are in a tight corner. So the word of God that was so alive ebomini bam, lilo ke ngoyalenza ndiyitest uba umthetho wayo iyathini le nto kaThixo.
Oh my
yayibona
word.
iyasebenza iyathini ine-expiry date isebenzela abatheni isebenza ngoba kutheni ithini ine-standards ine-grades ine-status yenza njani. Then I figured out into yobana jonga akukhathali noba ukweyiphi icase and akukhathali noba ukwesiphi state akukhathali noba ukweyiphi situation, just lean on God and wholeheartedly trust him. Uyafika.
Yes.
And into endimthanda ngayo ngoku amaxesha ese-ICU evaliwe yena uyangena. Ngoku abantu besithi eboardroom kungena abathile but yena uyatyhoboza.
Yes.
Ngoku abantu sebesithi kaloku wena imeko yakho ayikuvumeli, you are not one of our taste yakho ne-taste yethu, you are not of our caliber.
Yes,
But into
yes.
kaThixo kutyhobozela. So I found God. Then as a musician, an art in me,
Yes.
I had to speak ku-unat and then ndiyithumele ebantwini ndizifake kwizihlangu zomntu othi go through the most ndimxelele into yoba iyasebenza le nto kaThixo.
What is actually very interesting for me on this time and this thing, and I want us to start there, because more than half the times we say iyasebenza le nto kaThixo when we have been pulled out of the situation.
Yes.
In your case, it's a different story.
Yes.
You are right in the middle of it, and yet you are saying iyasebenza le nto kaThixo. How difficult was that? Easy for you to just go into that place, or did you have to tap into some other energy? Because I can tell you now, a lot of people, what you just said, like literally not so long ago, I've heard people saying that if uThixo uyeza ayicacile ukuthi akazukum, people are giving up the hope. How difficult was it for you to actually break that level to say no, but this works? Ngoku ndingakayiboni isebenza, but this works. How difficult, how easy was it for you?
I think now kungabi na options.
Oh yeah.
I don't have many options except for God.
Okay.
NdinoThixo qha. I have my moments where I confront him.
Okay.
Ndimgcwalisele. Ndimxelele uba undiqhubi right.
Okay.
But while ndimxelela uba naye enye indawo ndizawuya kuyo. Ndiphelele kuwe, but at the moment this is how I feel. Awundiqhubi kakuhle Thixo, like andiku-understandi kutheni usenza ngolu hlobo, make me to understand. And ke ndaba ndine-conversation nanoThixo ngohlobo lam, I'm just myself.
Okay.
Yabona. And ke I don't like to pretend to be something that I'm not. When ndifilishe into yobana xa iphendula izawuphendulwa ikwi-pretense.
The Lord is not into the pretense
Yabona.
space.
So ndiyamconfronta ke ngokuThixo, and then sidalwe different ke. Mna I know I find my strength in my battles.
Oh yes.
I'm an eagle.
I can relate, girl.
So
Girl, I can relate.
Istorm sindinika siye ndiprovele ipoint uba okay girl, kwa into bana sibe ngaka, it means the thing that is coming your way is greater. Fly eagle.
When Paul says in everything give thanks, you see, when I was talking about you being in the middle of the situation that you are actually trusting God to pull you out of, but you're already thanking him, acknowledging him for that breakthrough in that space. It reminds me, Paul and Silas did not wait for after prison.
Please, Betwin.
They did it on the inside, where actually the pain was, and they were speaking the freedom in the middle of captivity, of bondage, and you actually pulled out of that. Now, this is the one thing that actually is very interesting in this time. Abantu bayagowa.
Yeah.
People have suicidal thoughts. Like literally 3 days ago, I was perusing my Facebook, and then I come across a post. This lady says, "I wish I can sleep and never wake up." Now it's a lady. You know what I mean? I'm thinking what dithini. I don't want to comment kule nantsika. Kwaunyanzeleka ndiyonqonqoza kula inbox and ask ukuthi ne strategy is, so ukuthi andizanga ku nantsika yabona, let me speak about this. But I just couldn't. The reason why is because many have done things. Many have given up. There's so much going on. COVID has not helped, but also what is going on out there, it has not been helping. And it's testimonies such as what you are saying. You started with that, and a song in your heart exploded. And yasebenza into kaThixo, right?
Yeah.
Not only did it work, you wrote the song, you brought the song to us to shoot it and film it. And you went on and you took the Ingoma Awards video. Akuthethileyo uyakwenza. Mamunzube, how was that moment? The Ingoma Awards kind of. Did you even think that you were going to pick that award?
Funny enough, I thought I was going to win best leave.
Hallelujah.
Because Aisha, like you said, ndiyazithanda into ezintle.
Okay.
I give it all.
Oh, yes.
Ifuna umuntu ongandiboniyo aqonda uba ndirhalela umbona in person ugel akamhle.
Presentation is everything.
Uyayibona ne?
Yes.
So I was sure uba hayi ke ndingangayiwini enye but the best leave kaloku girl. Khaninike award yam bethuna.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
go to awards sana. Yabizwa into ndaxhomba ingelo gama lam nje.
Okay.
Okay, fine, ke sendigive uphile. But funny enough, yazi bandicela ndicule uIyasebenza. I was one of the artists as well.
There's something about that song, Iyasebenza lento kaThixo. I don't know if you know that it's still like it's like a yesterday song. It's like
Yes.
it's like it was only done yesterday. In fact, when I think about you, yes, ndiyakazi akuthethile uyakwenza stuff. But when I think about Unathi Nzube,
And I cannot even go out of the stage without singing.
Yes.
Iyasebenza yeyona ngoma indim ndide ndithi abantwana, can't I introduce a different song to asikasimele iyasebenza lento kaThixo.
and here's a funny part. I mean, that actually sounds like you know, lanto lika mtase type of a lento kathi ithini lento. It was more of like a relaxed language.
Yes.
It's almost as if it's something like you were sitting ne girls and you're like, yo, yasebenza lewe.
Enye into andikuthandi ncam yabona lanto kuthiwa ndla ngothi vutha but uvuthwe.
Yes.
Yabona, when uvuthiwe kuvutheni, you will even understand what kind of language to use where and how.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Because umntu o disappointed with uhambo lwakhe noThixo uzamza ngo spiritual too much uzamdina.
Yes.
Backslider uzayidina because iyayazi la ndlela. Kanti xa uzothi jonga mogel iyasebenza le way. Yabona, jonga try it man. Akhondo I know ba uhate, I know disappointed. Nambona nje iyandigowisa but then ngoba ngoko English kalusana awuzukwazi. Yabona, uyimenze ke ngokumuntu ayiqonda ba let me try it. Yabona, then we
Kuzanywa umuntu kulento yonke le.
yonke le migudu.
Oh my word.
Sizama umuntu.
Wow. Mama, by the way, I never actually got to say in person congratulations for that because ubu busy gqithe.
Oh man.
Like you went throughout the province celebrating nansi lanto bendithetha ngayo ukuthi iyasebenza. And when that has been said and done, I've been looking at, thank God for the social media platforms. I've seen that many other things that you are doing. Busy ngoku nge-girls, and I'm thinking ukuthi une energy ke lo mama. Le ntanga le busy ngayo izawumxhaphisa jonga uyibambile. How did you get into the space of now you are dealing with and in fact I want you to sort of like tell us what are the spheres that you are in working with these young girls? What are you busy with in that space?
Yo, I jonga nyana ndibusy yazi. But funny enough andiziboni and I think mhlawumbi zezinto ndicinga ba until I reach a certain thing or a certain level okanye izinto ndizibonayo mna dide ndizifumane, then I would say I'm busy. For now,
okay.
I start.
Start.
Yes. Then
asizokwazi ukufumana mos for ezi
funeka ningandifumenanga.
Jeez.
Ewe, ukwenze ba nicace nyani kucaca ba siyasebenza sibheka phambili. Kaloku nawe wenzela ba ndingafunyanwa namhlanje. Emveni kwangoku ndizawubhekela pha.
Okay. Mandivule lo nyoba so that izivuleke
nakuwe.
Amen.
Ndicela ukuthatha little bit apha ngase emva so that sizoya ekubeni ba why am I this busy?
Yes, that's proper.
2017, 2018, 2019 beginning. 2017 I was sick to death. Like ndangahambi, ndangathethi, ndangatyi, I've lost memory. Like it was like we were ku main switch kwathiwa boom.
Okay.
That's it. Girl, what next? Makulungiswe igraveyard, makulungiswe ikofu, yiroyibos intoni, intente ikhona, ithini into. So I was in that state where I had to fight for my life. Though I was in pain, the only language I could relate to was pain.
Okay.
But my inner person was so awake.
Oh, okay.
Lamtu wangaphakathi. I remember when umyenam no mama bendibalisela ba into funny, you never stop praying and your voice was loud when you were praying, but uthetha I couldn't talk, like ndandingayeni kwazi urecalla nezinto nabantu. I've lost weight, ndandibuthwa, ndandivaswa, ndandityiswa. So imagine umntu osuka kwi-state esinjalo, we've got a good relationship with God, and you would be stigmatized. People will say whatever they want to say because bona babona ngohlobo
In
lwabo.
fact, the very first opportunity of the naysayers is to say, yeah, what?
Yeah, so I was in a process of getting to know God closer than I thought in Diamas. The conversations I had with God were so unique that xa nendibona ndibhizi ndifilish uba ndikayenzi into endandiyixoxa noThixo.
Okay.
Because ndandinezinto ezithi ndicinga uba andikabikho ready for ukufa, and I would count things before God. Ndithi ngenxa yalento nalento nalento ndicinga uba if I die now I won't be resting in peace. Can't you give me more time? And look at me now. So that is why ke ngoku nizawubona uNathi Nzube ozawuba ngumfundisi, mamfundisi, gospel artist, abe into pageant. It's because of the conversations I had with God that are so unique and not being understood by number of Christian society.
Okay.
And I do not mind for as long as between me and my father, sinento esigqibe kuyo. Bear in mind, in that space, there was a moment where I knew that I'm dying. In that moment where kwenye zone nje ndizibona ndikwi a very comfortable and peaceful environment, then ndava nje into eshushu elapha enhloko kanti nguNoni uyandithandazela. Bona abantu babebukele babebona into bana uyahamba ugela. Then yena wayevuswe erumini. Ukuvuswa kwakhe, she was never being told ba do this. She just knew uba let me pray for my mother. By that time indithandazela kanti kubuya kwami.
Jesus.
Imagine that person yintoni enondenza ngoku ndingapartnerishi and make sure that I make a great impartation to my daughter, so that ngoba ndisiba weak mna uThixo okum ayesanda kuye. That was the first. Secondly, my daughter is exposed into the modeling,
Yes.
which is something that we feel again uba sisadinga ukufundisa kakhulu Christian society about the beauty pageant, because kukho into ezininzi thina ezizi revelation kuthi that we feel uba bebengazazi bebengabasupport abantwana babo.
Okay.
Just to do 2 or 3 examples. Christian society ithi no pregnancy before marriage. I-pageant ithi asinayo umdlezana onguMiss Kingstown because uyintombazana uzaba sisibonele sinjani kubanye amantombazana ongumdlezana. Zibe common kubo.
Yes, yes.
I-Christian society ine morals, values and discipline. I-pageant sine morals, values and discipline because ufuneka lento uyiyo uyiboye sisibonele sihle kwabantwana bangaphandle. Uyayibona? Then ngapha sinento ethi be a leader, because ufuneka uyokwenza charity work, it's giving. Le ifunwa ecaweni. The only thing that we have picked up into bana there's a lack of understanding and knowledge. 2, sinabantwana abancinci. Umzekelo ndikhosi Miss Mr.
Okay.
My boss lady is my daughter.
Okay.
You know why? Ndimdala, ndine experience, ndizibonile izinto. I've been in the entertainment industry for quite some time. I'm pulling her.
Okay.
So that ezinye izinto endingazi understand according to ama 2000 ndibuya umva.
Oh yes, so that's very important.
Yebona angene yena ngeunderstanding yakhe nendlela abazama understand ngayo. Xelela abantwana bami beacademy ndithi I know from a fact Saturday when we meet, when they meet me ndingumamzo konti they don't even see a celebrity in me, babona nje umamzo.
Oh yes.
Come, yes. My daughter uNoni baba nezazi zinto ubona ba kufike.
Okay.
Because relate kubo.
Oh yes.
But I've got things endinazo ezokumaintaina le vision. But let her be the one leading. Dingami phambi kwakhe.
You spoke about Miss King Williamstown and then there's an academy.
Yes.
What is the difference between the two?
The difference is that Miss King Williamstown bafika sele bezi teenagers sebe be youth sele sicinga bathi bazi models.
Okay.
Asibazi benziwe phi.
Oh yes, okay.
Ne? And then okwesibini taking it from Jenny Kanoni, which is my daughter, who kwakhe Miss Teenager. bear in mind, she was the only girl from the Eastern Cape competing with different provinces, all provinces in fact. So sabuya naloo nto ethi we picked up into abantwana balapha e-Eastern Cape, especially kwi-beauty pageant world, abanayo i-information and abenziwanga.
Can I interject then, and I hope you're not going to forget this, because this is very important. Abantwana base Eastern Cape, it's not only the information with regards to pageant. There are many other opportunities that in the Eastern Cape we don't see, a lot of opportunity space rising there. And I'm not putting this responsibility on the government only, or the Department of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, or any other department that may be relevant in that particular regard. But to say that ourselves, myself as a parent, number one, as a citizen now of the in the Eastern Cape, in Buffalo City, what is my role? Because these kids are not going to be pushed to their destiny by the funding. Funding does not make anyone. It is the grooming. It is the instilling of the particular type of thinking and mindset, because these guys are blank slates, and it's up to us. And that is why I wanted you to pause it there, because it's very important, and I think we have neglected that part. Abantwana bethu, they are not having opportunities that are actually that will actually be pushing them. And sometimes as bakhona, they are events.
Yeah.
They're not an ongoing thing. And let me just give back to you. Just it's a very close, issue to my heart.
Because they've got an empty talent. Like empty.
It's not groomed.
Talent ikhona, but
ikhona. And Eastern Cape has been proven.
But
Eastern Cape, it has been proven. If you go to Gauteng, go to television, go to radio, see who are the people that are in those spaces. Look at people that are actually, making waves in Gauteng, including the world of boxing. I've been part of the blow by blow boxing, part of the work that was initiated amongst others by Sikhona, who decided that he's going to not only rest in Joburg, but he was going to Ukumbule Kaya and invest. There's a long story that goes into that, but the essence of what I'm saying is that even when you look at boxing is big, but guess where the home of boxing is? Right here. What are the opportunities that are here to make sure that we groom them from this particular place and create such kind of things as academies?
Yeah, then sitting what we do with Miss Lemstown, to be specific, siyabathatha benza lanto eza videos yonke lanto la process bayaziyo ikhona pha ku socials ku page yethu, but xa sebefikileyo ngapha ngaphakathi sithi breathe in and breathe out, kuzosetyenzwa ke ngoku.
There's order now.
We take them step by step. We expose them in things ebebecinga bayazazi kanti abazazi. Kwezinye, it's something that they are clueless about it.
Yes.
So hence Miss Lemstown bezawuqaphela abantu basithatha unyaka, because sibaqala unyaka uqala, then on the crowning day it's just one piece of a puzzle.
Okay.
A crowning. Otherwise we know into bana sine hashtag ethi the story behind the smile. Second, the city you learn, you win or learn.
I talked about this thing. In fact, I coined this, what you were saying, coin it into saying now there is order.
Yes.
Personally, I feel that the youth namhlanje, I might be getting them wrong, but what I have been seeing is that the youth namhlanje, this thing called order, it's something that is very difficult. Are you finding those challenges? Is it easier to deal with them in terms of, because order is not always nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's always not nice.
Tell me.
To beat people into order, it's not, because youth wants their freedom. Everybody wants their freedom. You don't want to do what I'm saying. How do you deal with such kind of talent? And remember, they have a lot of ideas, a lot of things, energies. They're like on a constant sugar rush,
And when the imagination is different.
Yeah.
You see, ababiza sebaxelela bamamelani ke saba no ABCD and nakuyo bayithatha qoma abakaiva until we do it. Then xa sesiphanga phakathi qoma wow. Umzekelo, when we talk about the boot camp, siyababhukishela guest house over the weekend. I literally studied them at a distance. Ndibafuni qoma ezi characters azizumelana sawudibanisa zona erumini. Aba basibona into bana i-characters zabo, they don't tolerate each other. Sibadibanise. Because inendo ethi, even if you see that person ungamtolerate, but there's something that you can learn from that person. enhle ungayisebenzisa for your journey. So just a little bit of a positive mind and learn something, 1 or 2 isakuncedisa. Then uphinde kubekho aba baza beqonda ba it's about umila kakuhle, it's about shape yakhe qomba girl you missed it, not apha.
Okay.
Apha sijonga character yakho, sijonga morals zakho, values zakho, and abanye you'll figure out into bana they've got deeper problems.
Oh yes, deep seated.
Yes,
problems,
and then I have to be a mother and a trusted person.
Oh, yes.
Because I've got a way of talking babreak. Ndiyifumane pha ke ngoba okay iproblem ayilapha isemva. Abanye they've got a deep low self-esteem.
Oh yes.
But banxibe kakuhle. Then you can never figure out uba ikhona ingxaki. Abanye they are just lazy, like ulazy girl. Akoyika uthatha inyawo lakhe alibeke phezu kweshiti elimhlophe uqonda ingqondo ithi girl linyawo limdaka phezu kwento emhlophe, automatically you bring something else about you.
Oh yes.
So zozo zinto ke ngosiye sizifunde, and then indlela othetha eradweni uthetha njani eradweni, and we cannot run away from the fact that i-generation yangoku i-careless abananto kubo akho nto ibitheni. We teach them
touch and go.
Yabona, and we have to teach them because xana bekwi-top 5 bebuzwa imibuzo awuzuthi uyaqonda ke. Yes. No, we don't. So there's certain ways kubekho i-physical fitness. And on top of it, what is amazing and what I like, xa kukho i-physical fitness, I've picked up into yobana the mother part of me iye ivuke laa nto uba ekuseni ngo-5 bayavuswa. Funny enough, umphathi does not take any nonsense. 5 a.m. ubafuna pha phandle.
I would love
Ready.
to see them party.
Ready.
Them
And
parties goals.
Yeah, bona bebecima baze guest house.
Oh yes.
Bazolala over the weekend.
Breakfast in bed.
Breakfast in
bacon
bed.
in the morning and eggs.
Asenzi siba zizinto ze-last boot camp ezo.
Yes.
Where ke ngosiqomba ayikhe sibafumene siyabazi babandalo. Sesinazo nathi into ocinga uba inoba izawuthathwa ngulo i-crown. Inoba izawuthathwa ngulo. Because sesibafundile sesibabona into yobana they mean business about this. And nathi sis proud to say any national door elinovela, because we not only siba container kwi modeling okanye kwi pageant city, come and take this key that will unlock all other keys for you. So when it comes to sisaqoba siba expose, because we even take them to i-academy ke ngoku, because remember i-academy we get abantwana ke from the age of 7.
Oh yes.
Bona we train them okokoko, we meet with them twice a month over the weekend ngeSaturday. Jonga ungayihleka when
7 years. Do they
from
comprehend?
The age of 7 years. Ndivele ndibe proud bengathi ndingavela ndibekwe kwi-top floor.
Oh man.
Xa ndibabona because of the investment that we have done. That's another thing. It is not an easy thing.
Yes.
Trust me.
Yeah.
When it comes to impatha.
I mean that is a primary layer.
And fake umfundise pha ubana I think ubona ba imagination into bana a 7-year-old yaseJoburg knows a lot and is more disciplined than the 7-year-old yase-Eastern Cape. And when I will be exposed in the same field with that kid, bring it on, baby girl. Let's do this. Okay. Let's challenge the Joburg girl. Ulapi Eastern Cape. What can you bring? Are you ready? Are you fit? Let's keep the ball rolling.
Oh,
Then
yes.
siba train again ngokupha sibafundise izinto ze content uba ubhala ntoni awubhali ntoni uthetha ntoni awuthethi ntoni no hide identity, danger of hiding your identity. Dibane naye sithi umuntu ungu alpha and omega kwi socials.
Oh yes.
Yabona
Oh, yes.
abe engubuki umzekelo engubukiwe. So we train them into ba kutheni funeka i-identity yakho, or if mhlawumbe let's say uzibize lo gama, is it your stage name?
Hey, ndikhe ndabona Rosie ophapayo.
Yabona?
Really?
Then in the next 10 years xa kuthiwa ke ngoku kukho le brand kufunayo ikhangela uRosie unguzimkhitha
Underline brand.
Yabona?
Brands are attracted to brands.
Please. So what are you bringing on?
Don't start with me now.
Yabona?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so we teach them such things. We felt into bana side sibakorekisha abantu abathi ndicela ufaka umntana kule agency yakho. No, we are not an agency.
Okay.
We are an academy.
What's the difference?
We teach What if the opportunity cannot come, but lona udesignwe into yobana abe nguye o create opportunities?
But even more important, what if the opportunity must be created by you?
Thank
When
you.
I'm for opportunity, because I think that's where the mindset should actually begin to be. In South Africa right now, the youth is facing the highest unemployment, levels ever. When I look outside, and if we are all being realistic, you look outside, there is no light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't promise to get better anytime soon. If anything, it promises to get worse. But here is the thing. Whatever that happens, if the country goes into explosion, no one will really have a right to stand on the pedestal and say, it's a fault of so-and-so that I'm in this position. You can't be doing that. What is it? What is my personal responsibility to do as much as I possibly can, however little it is, in my corner to affect not only my space and surroundings, but also to put myself in a better position in terms of, grabbing the opportunities that may be out there. And opportunities are not always that you come in and you find a ready-made thing. Some of the opportunities that you get is the opportunity to know that you have the ability to create opportunities for yourself and others. How do you deal with it? Do you give some of the work away to some people to actually alleviate that kind of pressure that is on you? How do you work around such a lot of work?
I've got trained and professional coaches.
Okay.
Passionate about what they do.
Oh yes.
And in a modeling coach, which happened to be my co-CEO, of course, my daughter.
Yeah.
And then Dine drama coach. Now I've learned a lot. I didn't even know. I thought it's about acting. Nangela xesha imagine ndandiqomba uzobafundisa acting. What? Oh, no. Siqalapho. Bayayazi abantwana bam there's difference between theatre and television.
Yes.
And bayayazi into yobana they are going through voice coaching. Abanye sebeyazi ba mna ndifuna ukuyoba behind the scenes and just do into za voice ntoni voice
over artist VOA. Yes.
Abanye bayayazi into yobana no mna I want to be a presenter. I want to be an actor. I want to be a poet. So zizinto bezifundiswe phaya. I was clueless.
Oh my word.
Then sibe ne dance. So sinayo we dance naye dance coach. I've got uSnovuyo Nqwili, uPearl ibengunoni kwelcand. Then ke ngoku surprisingly iyanhlekisa sibe ne African dance. Aba ke ngosibafundisa we trying by all means bangazilibali bazingce bazithande ngoba bangamaXhosa uyabona kunzima eza dance zethu zoba zesixhosa hayi ku hard because sebeqhela igqomo.
Okay.
So simane ke sibabuyisa kancinci ngeza traditional dance bamane bekhumbula yaqona nezanto zobonga
igqoma amapiano ne trap.
Yes yabona sebe exposing that it's a fun but yet exciting. Yeah, so I've got those people. Then ke umna ndijonge overall.
Okay.
Then xa sikhona phayana ndiba kweli cala ka spiritual because I believe into yobana the same industry esikuyo it's a bit filthy and dirty with so many things. Kanti xa umntana uqale wamfeeder from within uba alert for anything ezayo akaphaphazeliswa na yintoni na nezanto zo sign contracts usayinela ntoni uthini and then also ke ngoku lanto ba they will break each other along the way xa ke opportunities zifika bazawukwenzela namayelenqe but what do you do ume ngantoni so ndijonge elacala. Then we all have also all things beauty where we talk about the inner beauty lanto ithi if iyamshinela okanye ilamlight kubani summonela lixesha lakhe and it means nawe you are very close to get your breakthrough. Then sibaxele nge-outer beauty which meaning ke ngoku taking care of each and every part of your body.
Oh yes.
Some of them bangenza imali ngezandla, some bangenza imali ngenwele, some ngamehlo okanye complexion because umzekelo I was more on the plus size. Okay, into yoku separate kwabantu abane plus size ngongathi bona ndazi baphenele ukuphila kweliphi world. Mna ndithi kuwo jonga sana lam uba kuphaya eshop ikhona isize yakho ungaka uzayinxiba ube mhle barhalela bangangawe. Sibuild ke ngoku lamntu uthi uthiwa kuye utyebile awufaneleki kubekho issue yama yellow bone.
What is this thing? The world standard of what beauty is.
Yabona kubekho issues ama
Actually, that is based on Hollywood more than anything. Yes.
So thina ke sibuilda lamntu kwenzela bana azidle azithande and azi-accepte but athi work on ekubeni bana athi bring something abanye abantu bebengayiboni ngayo. It's a lot of work.
That's
trust
a lot of
me.
work, yeah.
Bafika ke what excites me ngoku ufumana feedback even from ezikolweni because ngoku more than thina sizimaketha what they do esikolweni i-performance zabo ezincwadini zenza uba oomisi bababuze then oomisi babarefera abantwana abapha eklasini back to i-academy.
Which is very interesting for me because you said, I was thinking about two things as we were speaking. Number one, I'm thinking, this is a lot of work and it sounds expensive.
Yeah.
It really sounds expensive. I mean, for you to move to that address, that location, you have to burn fuel to get there. How do you pull through this?
Yeah, it is not easy. That one is the tough one, honestly, because
I mean, you're talking about kids going to over the holiday for the boot camp and stuff. There has to be meals, there has to be accommodation, there has to be people that are going to transfer those skills and stuff like that. I mean, you have said you are the overall, the person that is qualified to do 1 or 2 and 3. I mean, those are the things that you have to go through, the loops that you have to go through.
I think I believe ekubeni bana, especially ngeli xesha siphila kulo, wonke umuntu is busy doing something and wonke umuntu ufuna ufundwa, wonke umuntu ufuna isponsor, wonke umuntu ufuna imali. I think more than to need money, I need resources. I need, of course, it can be in a form of cash at times.
Because fundamentally, money is supposed to actually acquire resources. So if you can get resources, it's not really about money. I love your thinking.
Yeah,
I love your thinking.
That's why I even say to people when they approach and sam unga stressing problems akwanzube.
Yes.
I figure out uba ndizoya njani.
Okay.
If you can fund or sponsor me go A, B, C, D, E, that's all I need. Because you know why? Ndingakwazi usolve problems akwanzube nje because imali akanzobe ityiwa zeza zinto. Ndithatha apha ndiyokwenza ezazi resources then ke ngoku apha kushiyeke kuvulekile. That's why ke ndifuna umbonisa into bana enye into kaloku ndiphangela budget office. So that also helps.
Okay.
In understanding. Now I might have a problem personally. Ibe mhlambi imali bendiyibekele into bana iza kwenza into ethile kaMiss King lemstown. La mali mayokwenza into kaMiss King lemstown because ayizalana inafani la mali.
Yes.
Ibelonga kulanto. Then ingxaki yami andibona bana manza isolve njani if la mali bingekho benzothini. So I must think that way. Then it assists me ke ngoku ekubeni into bana ndikwazi ufocusa ekubeni ivision le iqhubeke ndonqena umixa ivision with family. Though zidibana because there are times where kuzawuba khona eza misunderstanding utata unzobela lokusana kudala imoto yakhe ndiyisebenzisa ndisithi hayi baby uzaba right man torho uyabusabuya yabona kudala imali endiyisebenzisa but ibuya nini. But ke ndinenkolelo ethi like you said ba brands attract brand.
Yes.
When you do everything that you do and you do with passion, ufocusile andithunywanga zifunders. Remember, the vision board is with me. The people who understand what I do and they know the loophole in Ndobana's finance, trust me, they will fund what I do. And they will know in Ndobana it deserves funding. For now, let me push kangangoko ndikwaziyo. And then what I've also noticed, abantu abanamali. You won't believe bana i-academy we charge per year. And e-agencies charge per month. And you won't believe the amount that we charge, 850 per year. And there's no amount of money which called 850 engaflyisa umuntu eJoburg. Ingathatha umuntu eCape Town. Engathatha icoach kokwayo. Engaqiniseka babantwana bakhe abazali bangakwazi ubapikisha back from kule ndawo sidibanela kuyo bababuyisele ekhaya funeka ndithathe imoto kanzube because I'm carrying the vision board. Ngomso ndifuna baphinde babuye and at the back of their mind ndinento ethi let them be safe. I'm a parent.
Abazali babo bayazi abantwana
bekuwe. Safe with me.
Yes.
Yeah, so at the moment I know there are moments where I'm exhausted because iyawagqiba amandla iyayigqiba imali yakwam but because the vision is with me ndivuka kusasa ndinamandla. I need like the big, how big my vision is. Ndicela ukunikwa isikolo, like urhulumente ndicela ndinike isikolo. In fact ifuneke ndinikile. Uyanyanzeleka, they have to make sure that they give me a building. I have to occupy that building. They have to make sure that they buy the resources. When we talk about icala beauty and modeling, they have to give us all the items that we need. When we talk about dance, they have to make sure that they give us all the items that we need for dancers. When we talk about drama, they have to give us all the resources that we need. You know why? I've got a special kid case in my house. I know from a fact lamdana saw the academically. Iyakhe i-breakthrough ayikho sekufundeni incwadi.
Yes, it's not conventional.
Ayikho sekufundeni incwadi. But with the academy, when I die, ndiyamazi into yobana une-skill.
Oh yes.
Esizambeka somewhere. Then it means it's not only me who need those things. Government needs me to make sure that
Government
the vision
has been saying they need strategic partners, and this is
This is
partnership.
the platform.
Because one of the hardest things, and this is the challenge that is facing government, ukuqala izinto and to make sure that they are implemented and they are kept alive. It's a serious challenge. It's not a secret. It's not rocket science. And then there are people like you who are actually doing this. And this is a actually fundamental thing. We're talking about the young people. We're talking about the future of this particular country. And we talked about I pinned a question, but I did not coin it in this particular way. Who are your strategic partners at the moment as we speak, and who are those that perhaps are your strategic partners already partnering with you, and there are those that are your strategic partners but they're not as yet, you have not partnered with them? Have you
I remember I was talking to one of my friends wandibuza ngenye into bana, don't you consider yena ke wayizisa in a form of shares, selling the shares. Let's say as umuntu athi I'm too busy, but I can give you case imali umzekelo athi 100,000 so that at least you buy izinto ezithile zedrama.
Okay.
Then I said, as long as they will have my heartbeat.
Yeah, because one of the biggest problems about people that actually want to have shares, number one, number two, people that want to fund, sometimes they want you to go their way.
Yeah, I'm very.
And then it sways you.
I'm very careful when it comes to that.
Oh yes.
I'm very, because
it's very important.
And funi ibiwe sendiyibona yaphi.
Izawulahleka. The thing is that once ibiwe umuntu ozayiba uzaphinda ayilahle pha phambili kwakhona, then ibika ipheli.
Iphinde ke iphele, and ke ngoku yini investments ezingaka, my time, my prayers and stuff. Then
and the hopes of those that are looking at you, and they will actually even go up in smoke in that.
Uyayibona? Then okwesibini, abantu that I am 100% sure of for now is as parents.
Oh yes.
Then ukhona ubhuti yojonga, he's a blessing. We're supposed to have a workshop with where yena befuna siqale si downbreak the actual academy, sithethe about the logo, sithethe about how are we going to market it, sithethe about the branding of
the
it,
corporate positioning of it. Yes.
So we're having that. We're supposed to have that on Saturday.
Oh yes.
But we will be postponing it for July.
Okay.
So at least we've got people like that. And ndiyavuya because uziswe one of the parents nguye omphule up wathi yena, he's a writer, wathi lento ithetha ngicinga ba ukhona umuntu ongasebenzisana naye waba interested xa yibona. That's why I'm saying as well, when you continue with lento yenzayo, bakhona abantu abaye bayiqaphele, unlike wait and sit and wait for something that you do not know, for somebody whom you do not know uzawuvelaphi. So for now, ngabazali only I can say
that you can actually say
yes.
That you have the passion that is very rare, but yet very, very important if we are going to, do anything to shake whatever that is beginning to threaten the future of the young people and generally the future of South Africa. Mamunzube, let me just almost as a parting shot, if a person is interested in partnering with you with various activities that you are involved with, how can they communicate that message with you?
Ndicela uqala apha kulento yabantu abasebenzana nathi ndilibele.
Oh yes.
Mandibalule because sidibane laphi.
Oh yes.
Steve Biko is one place also eyavela yayivula nje inhliziyo yayo wathi siyayibona.
Yes.
Because ndandihambe ngicalaza.
Oh,
Yabona,
yes.
Sometimes we will meet somewhere, then funeka siphinde siyodibana elsewhere, then Steve Biko yandinika ivenue, so we meet in Steve Biko.
Oh, yes.
So
Very
Geza
important.
Saturdays we meet in Steve Biko. Then we used to get a space at times at Forte University.
The Bishop branch?
Bishop branch,
Yes,
yes. Then for now kusamiwe, because there were a number of changes there.
Oh, okay,
So also I want to mention both of those places, because without both of those places le vision ibizobambeka, because baninzi abantwana, the number is amazing, bayakhula abazali,
Big
they
ups
keep
to
on
them.
bringing abantwana.
Yeah.
Then coming to le lantuka, I'm a very visible person. On socials ndingu unathi Luthwe Nzube, which is Facebook. Instagram unathi _Nzube.
All right.
Email address, I will give them both, unati.lutwei@gmail.com okanye ourlegacysA@gmail.com.
All right.
Which is, it's that part. For those who want to know about Miss King Williamstown, but I'm not the one who's going to, but we'll be discussing it. It's Miss King Williamstown @gmail.com. The number to call or WhatsApp is 082-970-1416. I'm a very available person, especially for somebody onalento eti ndiyayibona uyayenza, but ke where can we help? Sibambe ndawoni thina to push it and go forward. And also ke I'm one person ungayenzi into ngathi into ndiyayazi xa ndingayazi. When I find out into bana lo mntu ungandinceda kwi-area ethile and I lack that information, I open my heart for that so that ndifunde. Okwesibini, I think I strongly believe in networking, because that also helped us to grow. So
yes.
Those people abazawuthi mna, I might not be the person who can assist you, but I know people who can help you. I only know ubani nobani nobani. How about we make and set a meeting? Lastly, you can do all things through Christ who give you strength.
In essence, Sumamunzube uti, put your best foot forward. I couldn't have said it better myself. That's why I say this is just the way in which you ease into your own purpose. May God richly bless you as you go through those things that you need to find your best spot at, and everything that you set your mind to, definitely you can achieve. Having said that, thank you ever so much for joining Mamunzube.